Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Fun, and my name is Dave, and get your compasses ready because we are going to try to find our ways out of the lost cities. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Kosmos. Thank you so much for your support, really do appreciate it. You helped the channel grow. Now, this is a game that's been out for a while. This is a two-player card game, and it's exclusive to that. But once I heard about this game, I knew it would be great for my partner and I to play because we play tons of card games, and two players, well, it's built for that. So without further ado, let's get into what's in this box of Lost Cities, and then I'll tell you how to play and give you my opinion. Let's go. So that's how you play Lost Cities. Now this game is getting a 78 for me. This is a solid game and everything that I wanted it to be, with a few exceptions. Now let's go over the exceptions. The board and the cards, even though they are larger, and sometimes that's a good thing, me and my partner like to play on the couch and smaller tables, so that actually kind of went against it for us. I wish the board was a tad bit smaller and the cards a bit smaller as well. And the theme isn't really there, but it's a card game, so that's a minor quibble. But the theme has the art kind of direction, and I love the colors, I love the art, so it kind of sticks it a little bit, but there's no like lost cities or pyramids or anything that you're trying to discover. It's just a card game. So this is what comes in the box of Lost Cities. This is a Rainer Knizia game. He is a pretty renowned designer if you don't know him. He designs a lot of good games, so this is promising going in. But this is all you get. This is a card game and a board. That's fine with me though. If this has a solid gameplay, I am okay with that. Now these cards are jumbo. They are much bigger. My hands are medium, on the lower end of medium, but medium size. So these aren't dwarfing my hands. These are just giant size cards. So they have them in so many different colors and so many different numbers. They're very high quality cards. They don't have a linen finish, but they have a nice like gloss feel to them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to stand the test of time. And there is a cool thing that confused me at first. It does come with two manuals, and I was like, why does it come with two English manuals? It's so both of you can have a manual yourself and read on the rules. That's genius. I wish more two-player games would do this. The board is high quality. It has two sides because this newer version comes with the expansion of the 6 color, which again just adds another color, nothing else really. And that's what comes in the box. Now let's go to the how-to. So we're just going to play the basic game with the 5 colors, and when you start the game, you're going to give everybody 8 cards in your hand, and that's what you're going to continue to have, 8 cards, because you play a card from your hand and then you draw a card. It's backwards and it's intuitive, and at the end of the video I'm going to say otherwise. I'm pretty sure I do make a gaffe, but that's what you do. On your turn, if you 8 cards, you look at one and you play one or discard one, and then you draw one from the discard pile or you draw from the draw pile. And that's all you do. You do one action and you draw. Now, simplistic in nature that it is, you have to master it, and the way that you get points in this game is by playing numbers in succession here, and you're going to have to play these numbers on the color. So I have 7. If I start at 7, I cannot go under 7. I can go higher than 7. Now the cards go from 2 to 10, so this is the end of the road that I could do for red here, and I would get 17 points. The catch is, though, if I put any card in any row, the row gives me a negative 20 points just to kind of get out of the hole. So if I don't believe that I can get more than 20 points by playing cards in a row, I should opt to not play cards in any of that row, because in these rows here I have 0 points. Only when you put a card in the row is the negative 20 points triggered. Now there is a special card in here called a wager, and each color has 3 of these. Now you have to play these wager cards in the beginning stages, and you can play up to 3 if you want, but once you play a number on the wager card, you cannot put a wager card down anymore for that color. And they either double, triple, or quadruple the score for that row. So right here at the moment I have negative 20 points times 2, have negative 40. So I better get on the ball. Now I have negative 17 times 2. So I will continue playing cards in succession, trying to get the lowest amount in and have the highest card at the very end. And then I will multiply whatever I have in my row at the very end of the game. Now the game will continue until the last card is drawn from the pile, and then the game will immediately end. So if you don't want it to end, you can always draw from the discard pile, and this play will go back and forth, so you'll be waiting on each other. You'll know, like, I think she has that 10 of blue, so I'm going to basically keep the 10 of like green that she's playing all there. And you're going to be basically keeping cards or not wanting to discard cards in your hand, but you also have to have enough room in your hand to play cards that are good and advantageous for you. And once you get done drawing the last card, you will calculate all your rows, negative 20 for each row, and then add the scores up after that, and then whoever has the most points wins. Again, that's simply how you play this game. Now let me give you my opinion and give this game a grade. And I wish there was more out there for this game. I don't think there is an expansion. This actually had the 6th color, which is very interesting. I liked it. It didn't put too much to spin on of the game on Lost Cities like I wish it would have, but that's what I think. Those are all my bad opinions. Now let's get to the good opinions. This game, it's just a solid back and forth 2-player game. You just draw, you play down, you draw, you play down, and then it's just, that's it. And when it comes to getting the concept, it's so easy to explain, and you just gotta let the person know they get negative 20 points if they put anything in any row. The scoring does take a time or two to get used to it, because you have to multiply, you have to add up all the numbers and then multiply. You don't like multiply numbers and add things back and forth. You have to do it in a certain order to get the correct points, because the first game I played, my strategy was way off because I was multiplying and adding in a very wrong way. But on my second and my third and my fourth game, it became more apparent. My strategies were different each time, and adding that 6th color I did one time, but it didn't really do too much. We had a few more turns, we had another column that didn't play anything in, but it did put a little bit more time onto the game, which I guess is cool, because at the end of most games it's me picking up from the discard to try to prolong the game, because I have more cards in my hand that I have to discard before my partner does, but she beats me every time. But that's fine, because this card game, it's going to be a hit around the house. It's going to stay next to my shelf where we keep the games that we play often in the living room, because this is perfect for it. So that's what I think of Lost Cities. If you are into 2-player games and you love card games, I highly recommend this here. So Cosmo, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it again. I hope to review more games in the future, and thank you so much, Find Nation, for stopping on by. You could be anywhere right now, but you're here with me, Dave, the friendly neighborhood reviewer, and I really do appreciate that. So if you liked the video, click like and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell. If you don't like the video, hit this button here and tell me down in the comments below why you don't, so I can improve in the future. But until the next time that I see you, I am Dave here at GameVine. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. Bye, everybody. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.